Marginalize them. Cast out the amoral animals who for so long set the agenda that led us into this mess. Throw out the fools who invented these various greedy, non-renewable Ponzi pyramids. Go back to the best of the past and meld it to the new green. Kick out those so-called free market bulldoze and run copy and paste developers. For now they've had their 50 years of gluttonous and uncurbed wanton destruction. Bring back respect and love for sustaining the earth and its treasures. Give up the worship of blind greed that has stolen so much without even paying interest. Root out the lie that it all must come down to the money every single goddamn time. Wake up those stooges still caught in their wrung-out, unregulated neocon MLM schemes. Finally, even give peace a chance now that they've had their way for far too long. Bring back the dreams they so long have scornfully rejected without even a fair hearing. Their time is over now, so take a look around and simply review their accomplishments. Brush aside those who for too many years have labeled you as simple and foolish idealists. They've starred in the show that has resulted in this dirty mess that cannot be sustained. Don't bother to fight them. Let's just everybody move out quietly and head the other way. Forget their smash and grab waste for today, foolishly noisy, selfish rationalizations. Get back in tune with the ancient song of the earth they still find so goddamn silly. Leave them to their memoirs and remember never to forget their real destructive lessons. Get them out of the way now, but not out of our history books. Quietly ignore their constant self-abusive hurry, anger, stress, noise, and worry. Even bring back a bit from the 60s and we shall try to overcome once again. Don't struggle against them, but don't bother listening to them anymore either. Ease them from power, stewing inside their expensive locked and gated compounds. Clean up their messes, get on the right path, and simply don't let them do it again. Turn off their reasonless noisemakers and recycle their foolish gas-powered toys. Now we've seen the results, and it's time to straighten up and get started on our own. Go about your own good business and leave them to strangle alone in phony suits and ties. Marginalize them with an overwhelming kindness and a smilingly smothering concern. Herd them safely together like first graders in their own simple but noisy confusion. They had their best shot, but now have walked away, tasking us with rescuing the future. Let a billion small voices overcome their scripted and poisonous corporate sound bites. Allow the sounds of nature to replace their random and self-centered advert nattering. Save more for those to come instead of stripping and wasting all we can now for ourselves. Smile politely as you pass by their lawn chairs, moving away in a different direction. Clean up their glossy spin along with all the careless litter they left on the ground. Forget their phony free market healthcare, education, environment, and poverty solutions. Turn their toxic legacy into a great lesson that we shall never forget and never have to repeat. Junk their worn-out religious rationalizations and venal social Darwinism. Free eroded corpro-conglomerated farmland from pesticides, fossil water, and petro-fertilizers. Release our domestic animals from the ongoing Holocaust corporate masters have perfected. Remeasure progress by the sustainable wild salmon harvest, not by how many bloated SUVs they sold. Turn away from cynically smirking leaders, reading with false twangs the speeches that others wrote. Suffocate them gently with soft pillows stuffed full of fluffy peace and love. Demonstrate that you understand them and then force them to listen to you for a change. Leave them squawking in meaningless, impotent rage and then go post the video. Tax the living shit out of them in the name of those they have outsourced and displaced. Turn quietly aside and relegate them to a small but shrilly whining margin. Don't forget all their lessons, and don't let them back in power ever again. Keep them aware of their results 24/7, wherever they choose to travel. Redistribute their pirated assets for schools, clinics, infrastructure, and reclamation projects. Put them to work on chicken farms, in feedlots, and bent painfully over in the onion fields. Convert some of their crumbling monuments into museums of unvarnished greed. Preserve and combine names, dates, and deeds into a twisted but cohesive history. Answer their last bailout pleas with empathetic offers of work at cleaning urban ERs. Busy their marketing and advertising geniuses promoting peaceful cooperation. Thoroughly safety test their adulterated imported products on them, their families, and their pets. Pester them with swindled widows, forgotten children, the uninsured sick, and all the old outsourced workers. Study their bios that their likes are prevented from ever again raising to power. Find ways to treat their greedy monomaniacal need to ignorant power with mercy. Set them savagely against each other again in inconsequential and harmless competitions. Marginalize their greedy squeals, for they led us to waste too much for far too long.